So today the question that, and Yoga Narasimhan, today the question that comes to us, today Kiran Kathuri also is visible. Shivoham Kiran, you showed your divine face and then went offline. So today the call is on an important question, and the question is, why are so few people on the spiritual path? If you look on the spiritual path, why are there very few people? Is that right? Is that the message? Why is it not crowded? If you go on the spiritual journey, why are there such few people? You know the answer? Suppose the big Hollywood or Bollywood star was coming. You know how many people would be there? Thousands, thousands. Correct? Why? Do you know the reason? Why is it that there are very few people on the spiritual path? Who knows the answer?
Shivoham here.
Shivoham?
Here, according to me, am I audible?
Perfect.
Yeah, thank you. According to me, there is no awareness. And out of few people who are aware, there is ignorance. And there are another few people left who choose to, go for the, all kinds of pleasure and being body, mind, and ego. That's all. And that is, according to me, that can be the reason that there are very few people on the spiritual path.
So first point is, if you're walking on a path, it's called the road less traveled. There's a beautiful, I think, this book and a poem. It's called the road less traveled. So you should not worry about it. See, many of you are blessed. You come on this call without any expectation. You come on this call with the feeling that this call will be some value. I will learn something. There will be some question answer. You have the belief, correct? You have the belief that this call is just not going to be a waste of my time. But why is it today there are no thousands of people chasing a call? Similarly, if there is a branded person on a call, you will have hundreds, if not thousands of people, correct? The reason? Because people are enamored by glamour. People, what you said, right, Rajendra, there is ignorance. And because of ignorance, very few people realize that the spiritual path is a path of eternal happiness. The spiritual path is a path where there is peace. The spiritual path is a path of meaning and purpose. The spiritual path is a path of self-realization, of God realization, of liberation. It is a path which will give you everything that you can want and dream of. Then why, if this is the way, it is the one solution to all problems, then why are people not on spiritual calls or spiritual retreats or spiritual discussions? Because they are ignorant. And like I said, in the enlightenment grid, I know how many of you paid attention at level 0 is not ignorance. It's ignorance of your ignorance. So you are so ignorant that you are not even ignorant that you are ignorant. When you are in that level where you are not ignorant about, you are ignorant about your ignorance, then you are in deep trouble. There are many people who are walking in this world without understanding anything. Who am I? Why am I here? Why am I earning? What am I doing? Why am I doing? Where am I going? If I keep doing what I am doing, will I get to where I want to go? If I get to where I want to go, will I be satisfied? Anybody can capture that, what I said? You know what I just said? Who has captured what I just said?
There's an English saying that goes this way: if you want to go west, don't go east. I think it's the same kind of thing that you have told. First of all, we should be very sure about the destination. And then secondly, whether the destination will give us a true happiness or not, or is it just a mirage?
And do you know where you are going? Do you know what you're doing? If you keep doing what you're doing, will you get to where you want to go? If you get to where you want to go, will you be satisfied? So Sudeep, where do you want to go?
No, I'm very clear, sir. I want to leave this materialistic world as soon as possible and just throw it away, everything.
So if
I'm
you
very clear
continue
about it.
doing what you're doing today, when will you reach there?
No, I've already stopped doing a lot of things which I was earlier.
I don't know what you're doing. I'm asking you. I'm not poking my nose into. I'm asking you.
You can poke your nose, sir. You have all the rights. You can ask me any question.
No. I am only asking you. If you keep doing what you're doing, will you get to where you want to go?
No, there are still things that I'm doing which will not take me where I want to go, but I'm slowly and steadily dropping those things now.
Good. See, so I hope people in the group are clear. So here Sudeep says, I know what I'm doing will not get me to my destination. Correct. But there are some people, for example, in this world who are earning money and all they want is money. They want name, they want fame, they want money. They don't want anything else. Why? Because they don't know. They don't know why they are earning money. They have no clue. Why am I making money? One day, suppose there's a man who's going to office morning to night. I asked him the question, what if you died tomorrow? He said, never thought of it. I never thought of it. If I die, I die, but I never thought of it. I said, have you attained your destination? He said, what do you mean destination? There is no destination. So a lot of people use this. The success is a journey, not a destination. But do they understand what they're talking about? The question is that we human beings, that's why I asked the question, why are such few people on the spiritual path? There are few people on the spiritual path because people don't know where to go. And I was reading a book where there were 10 so-called global gurus giving their views. And each one is giving a different view. I mean, in a new publication, one magazine, each one is telling what is happiness and what is this and what is that. But will it help people to attain that ultimate goal? What is the goal is simple. It's not, it is, let me tell you, am I telling you that I have a unique formula that which I'm giving you a secret? Did I ever tell any of you that what I'm telling you is a secret? Am I giving any secret to you?
No, not at all.
No, this is what I'm telling you is there 5,000 years ago in the Upanishads. I am not giving you any secret. I'm just trying to make you understand. I'm just trying to open your real eyes. I'm just trying to help you switch on the light so that you can find enlightenment. People think, oh, don't talk of enlightenment. It's a very big word. What's big word about enlightenment? People in this world, they're scared to use the word enlightenment. You tell somebody enlightenment, what all you're talking big words. They say, what are you talking big words, enlightenment? What is so big about enlightenment? Enlightenment is to bring in the light. What's so big? Switch on the light. What is the problem? What is the problem in switching on the light? You want to be in darkness? Be in darkness, fine. People who are ignorant about enlightenment think it's a magical thing. They think it's some jadoo. Now, how to get the enlightenment? I don't know. I'm not a big guru. I don't go to Himalayas in the forest, and I don't chant all these mantras, and I don't do all these pujas and Bhagavad Gita classes and all that. Many people, this new fashion is you must do Bhagavad Gita class. If you do Bhagavad Gita class for 1 month, you become qualified. You get certification. What will happen if you do Bhagavad Gita class for 1 month? You get certification. What certification you get? So, my dear friends, let us realize that there are very few people on the spiritual path. You are one. A, be grateful. B, appreciate it. C, 3, don't slip on the path. You notice there are many people who come on this call. After a few days, they disappear. Have you noticed? Tell me why. Why some people are on this call, and they don't miss the call. Obviously, some people are not on the call because they have other things which are more important. So the question to ask you is, can there be something more important than my life itself? Can there be something more important than attaining my ultimate goal? Can there be something more important than eternal happiness and peace? Can there be something more important than God realization? How can there be? The subject of discussion that we have is a subject that is profound. That is the most important subject of life for anybody. You may be Chinese or American. It doesn't matter what nationality you may be, Hindu or Christian. Doesn't matter your religion. What matters is, do you understand who you are? You know, all of us, you may be male or female. The blood is the same. When will we realize what is the purpose of our life? Why am I on earth? Why have I taken this human birth? I started writing a new book, which will start in October. Just today I started. Today came the spark. And the name of the book is called, it's not yet started, it's going to start in 4 days. It's called Life is Karma. The name of the new book is called Life is Karma. How many people understand that? How many people understand the meaning of twin karma? What is happening in your life is not about today's karma. What is happening in your life is the karma you've already done. How can you undo that? Oh, you can't. No, you can. If you are spiritually evolved, you can. If you realize I am not I. So before I get on to questions, I hope we have some questions. Let me give you today. Today somebody asked me. Yes, Rajan.
The answer for the first question, I think, why few people are on the path of this spiritual path because of karma. Because of karma.
What because of karma? No. Very interesting. Rajan, tell me why because of karma?
Because of good karma, they in the present life they get a good path.
So please understand now. Because you did good karma, you are saying you are coming on this call.
Maybe.
All right.
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No. Hold on. But even if you did bad karma in the past and you were not brought onto this call, could you not do good karma now by choosing to come on the call?
No.
Why you cannot do good karma?
Sometimes.
No. So that means, Rajan, you have to understand one very important point.
Okay.
Karma does not stop you from anything.
Yes.
Am I clear about this, Rajan?
Karma.
Suppose karma is like the road.
Yes.
Which means, Rajan, the road, suppose, which place you live in?
Kerala, Calicut.
Okay, suppose you're going from Ernakulam to Cochin, or from Trivandrum to Cochin. You're driving Trivandrum to Cochin. The road is already, you're driving on the road.
Okay.
Can you change the road?
Yes, there are different ways.
No. Can you change? No. Can you not change your direction?
Okay, road I cannot change.
But can you go, instead of driving, can you go to airport and take flight?
Yes.
Yes. You can take backwaters and also take a boat.
Okay. Train also.
So what I'm saying, train also. And also so many ways. Even you can take camel. The point is that in karma is the past karma is the road.
Yes.
You cannot change the road.
Oh.
The present karma is your car.
Yes.
Now you're getting the understanding, not understanding.
Yes, very much.
Can you go forward, backward, left, right? Can you decide, I am not going to Cochin, I am going to Kanyakumari? You can go or you cannot go?
Yes, I can.
That is present karma.
Yes.
You understanding? But
yes,
road you cannot change. Road you cannot change because road is your past karma.
Yes. Okay.
So that's why I'm starting this new book called Life is Karma.
Yes, karma. Okay.
You know, so many people are not in the spiritual call, in the spiritual path, not because of, karma may be one reason, because very few people have got the good karma that somebody, suppose you tomorrow, you go and catch your friend and you make him sit on the call. Maybe it is his good karma, you caught him and you brought him to the call.
I already made it. Three of my, I was a professor in the college, retired 2 years back, and 2 of my students they are not regularly attending. Occasionally they are also attending, and one of my close friend is attending, not regularly. But I am regularly attending from 2000 last year onward. 80,
Tell me why you are
90,
attending
20.
your karma. You think it is your
Because
past?
because it gives bliss state to my mind.
Ah,
Because
no.
at least seeing you happy, everything.
Because you are aware. Because you are aware about the importance of spirituality. Because you are aware that there is something called spiritual path, and you want to go on the spiritual path, and you want to get eternal happiness, and you want to achieve the purpose of life. So, my dear friends, I can go on and on the subject, but I'm just telling you. I think there are some questions, and there's a comment from Reena. I feel spirituality happens only when there is an urgency, a desperate seeking after constantly repeating the same patterns, feeling tired that there is much more to life than apart from this material world. When nothing brings peace, this path does answer the burning questions of purpose. Yes, good. Reena got a good answer. So Reena says sometimes when there's desperation, you want something and you're not getting it, you're not happy, you're not peaceful, then you find a purpose. I know, I see many people, you know what they tell me? I'm very, very upset. I'm very upset. So what you're doing, I'm going Vipassana course. I don't know how many of you have gone Vipassana. Itkari ab gaye Vipassana course gaye? Have you heard of Vipassana course? Many people go for Vipassana course, which is 1 week, 2 weeks, they are in silence. Complete silence, I believe. I am not gone. I have not gone for Vipassana course, but I am told it is a complete silence. I don't know how many of you have gone. But the point is this. The point is there are very few people on this path because people are ignorant and people are not using their intellect to discriminate and to come on this path. Let me tell you one thing. There is no better. Why am I telling you with so much conviction? Why am I telling you so much conviction? I have been on the material path for 25 years. I have tasted all the success. I have been on 7-star cruise ships 25 times to every continent, including Antarctica. What is it that I have not experienced? I have experienced all the badmashi of this world. There is not a single pleasure of life which I have not tasted. Then why did I give it all up? I'm not a madman. Because you evolve to a happiness which is much higher. You evolve to an ecstasy, a bliss, a joy which is much greater, which people don't understand. If same thing just now, Amitabh Bachchan is there outside, how many people will come running? If Shah Rukh Khan is coming outside, you will have, there'll be traffic jam, there'll be curfew. And if Amitabh Bachchan and Shah Rukh Khan come to meet Deepika Padukone in Bangalore, then Bangalore city will close down because everybody is mad about the stars. Yeah, but we don't realize what are we looking for. Fine, it's great fun to meet a star. It's great fun to spend some time. But my dear friends, you know something? Life is slowly coming to an end. As we are talking every day, day by day, you know how many people die in this world every day? 150,000 people die in this world. You know how many people are born every day? About 4 lakhs. Even in COVID times. So if you don't know the data, 4 lakh people are born every day, 1.5 lakh people are dying every day. The earth population is going up by 2.5 lakhs every day. Every day, the earth population is going up by 2.5 lakhs, which means 75 lakhs a month. Which means probably 75 lakhs means what? 10 million a year. I don't know. I'm just calculating. I may be going wrong. I'm not very good in my numbers. But my friends, you're not bothered about that. You're bothered about your life. You're bothered about whether tonight you will sleep peacefully or not. You're bothered whether you will attain the happiness. Sometimes we become so unhappy. So let me open it up to some more questions, please. Rajendra Makwana, question.
Shivoham,
Sure.
many times I miss out on, being divine soul. When I repeat Shivoham, 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 I start looking at everyone as their God. Now, since I have attended this, started attending these sessions, I have stopped killing mosquitoes.
Amazing.
Never I have killed a single mosquito after that because I see God in mosquito.
Very good.
Now, I want to ask you, what is the difference between the soul in mosquito and a soul in human being? Because after that, once you answer this, my another question will come.
Okay. So understand one thing. You have to be, and whatever we talk about realization of truth, no, Rajendra, we
Yes,
should be
yes,
very clear. No? So
very clear.
So first comes Ishvara. There was a power in this world we call Ishvara. From Ishvara, from himself, he created the earth, he created mountains and volcanoes and oceans, and every particle of this matter has got his own energy, God energy. Up to this point, you're clear?
Clear.
These are called the Panch Tattva. Panch Tattva means earth, water, air, fire, and space. They are 5 elements of nature. Then the divine put his life into living organisms. What is the difference between mountain and you? The difference is you will be born and you will die. But the mountain will not die. The mountain is not mortal. So are we clear? Who is the one who has a soul? The one who is born and the one who dies. Is that point clear?
Yes.
Now, the soul comes in the smallest of insect. Have you seen a small ant? You're saying mosquito. Have
Yes.
you seen small ants carrying rice grains and they're walking? What an amazing sight if you see in a
Really?
line. There are 100 of them going in a line. Have you seen they go line,
Wonderful,
line?
wonderful. Yeah.
Magic. You see a pigeon flies. We human beings make a big holla gulla to make helicopter. हमारे सामने helicopter उड़ता है, land होता है. All the time pigeons are going up and coming down and going up and coming down. Millions, hundreds, thousands. Huh? Each of the living creature is a divine soul. I'm not using the word has. I'm using the word is a divine soul.
Yes.
Because everything is a manifestation of God. God appears as a small amoeba, as a single smallest living organism and highest human being. Now here the soul power is going from lowest to highest. In the highest soul power, God has blessed us, for example, with intellect. A human being can say this, I want to eat this, I don't want to eat this, I want to attend spiritual call. Dog cannot say, I want to attend the spiritual call. Can dog say, I want Zoom call? No, God
No.
is only giving the dog instinct. So the soul power in a dog is less than the soul power in a human being. You understand that much?
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
if you cut the dog, he will bleed. Blood will come. So this is a different level. But if you come downwards, you go to a tree. If you cut the tree, there's no blood.
No blood.
Soul is there. Soul is there in the tree because it's alive. The moment it's alive, it has a soul. So this is how are you clear? You have any more clarity, or you're very clear?
No, I'm clear. I'm clear. Now,
What's your next question?
now my question, linked question. Like mosquito, which has got the tendency to bite, human beings or any other, for unka ye khana hai, it is a food
Yeah.
for them.
Blood,
Right?
yes.
Yes, it is a food for them. So it is but natural for them to bite us.
Correct.
So now I relate to mosquito as God.
Yes.
There is a divine power. There is a,
Yes.
it is God,
Yes.
right? And what I do is I keep it away. I keep mosquitoes away. You know,
Yes.
if a mosquito comes on my hand, I'll just, remove it.
Yeah.
I'll just, now like that, can I do with human beings? Because it is. I have experienced
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
In the last few days, I did have some experiences, which I can say bad experiences
yeah,
from the near and dear ones.
yeah.
So can I just keep them away? I mean, away in the sense that, okay, I do not want to say or speak or talk with any one of them. And then I start thinking that, am I being ego?
No,
Are you
absolutely.
getting my question?
Yeah, yeah. So let me explain to you. Now, let me explain to you exactly what you should do.
Yeah.
Please don't mind me giving an example, but I'm just giving an example. Suppose I was with my wife and my wife was troubling me a lot on my spiritual path. Suppose the moment I'm starting my call, my wife will switch off the laptop. Suppose she knows that I want to use the call, she will make the battery drained and she will rob my wire and she will go away. So all these things they're spoiling, they're making what you call bhang, they're spoiling my spirituality. So you must protect yourself from such a mosquito. You understand what mosquito I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, but this does not mean that you will deprive that mosquito of food, or you will be mean to that mosquito, or you will be harmful, or you will get angry. No. A
No.
divine person, like you don't harm the mosquito, you also don't harm this mosquito.
Okay.
But you have to protect yourself. Whether in a mosquito, if I have a room where the mosquito, I put a net. I put net in all my windows. The mosquito under aega nahi. Agar
Right.
mosquito under aa gaya, I burn coil. What they call these tortoise coil? What is they call
Tortoise coil. Yeah.
If I am giving a call in Kashmir, that man comes and puts odomas on my head. He puts odomas.
Yeah.
So Rajendra, Apo Dipo Bhava. You light your own lamp. You protect yourself without the intention of harming others. But you don't want to kill the mosquito, but you shoo away the mosquito. You don't tell, oh, mosquitoes, God, so come on, eat my blood. Come on, drink my blood. Come on, suck my blood.
So doing that, ego doesn't come into the picture, right?
Where is the ego? You are following a spiritual path. There is the question. Because I'm telling you, I don't mind me telling you, most of us who are on the spiritual path, we will have somebody or the other who's troubling us like anything. There will be. I am lucky. I am lucky. I am liberated. All the troubles, the mosquitoes are gone. I don't have any more mosquitoes. But but it's not easy to reach that level. I know people who are so troubled. They are so troubled. Oh my God! It can be one lady who says, "Oh, my brother just troubles me. My brother doesn't allow me to read spiritual book. If I read spiritual book, he will tear it and throw it." Then what do you do?
Actually, I wanted to add this point to in the answer of your question, that why there are very few people on the spiritual path.
No. See, but let me tell you, therefore, it is not easy to be on the spiritual path.
Yes,
but let me tell you one thing, and I'm telling all the 50, 60, 70 people who come every day on this call, there can be no better method to happiness, to peace, to purpose, to meaning in life.
Very sure.
This is the path. I'm not telling me, you don't listen to me, you go listen to anybody else. But the point is, you have to be on the path of self-realization, God realization, enlightenment, nirvana, moksha. Today somebody, any more question? Today somebody asked me a very interesting question. Dattatreya will understand this question. Somebody said, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means I am God. So they said, is it correct? I am saying Aham Brahmasmi because Neti Tattvamasi Aham Brahmasmi. I said, no, you are missing something very important. They said, what? I said, Neti means I am not the body, I am not the mind. Immediately they said, I am God. I said, no. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am nothing. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am nothing. Everything is He. This is the way to understand it. I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am nothing. Everything that I am is He. Then you reach that state of God realization. You must reach that state of humility where you understand I am nothing. So Ashok Chotwani, he sent me a special message saying, I want you to explain a little bit more. So I'm cutting out the social media questions and trying to explain it more. I hope you're happy that I'm trying to spend more time in explaining because what happens is sometimes there are many social media questions which may not help you because you want to understand how to move on the path, how to be enlightened. And being enlightened is not difficult, but the monkey mind is always pulling, always monkey mind is pulling like this. You are coming forward, the monkey mind will pull you back. Again you come, again the monkey mind will pull you back. So then what do? Every time you want to come forward, the monkey pulls you back. Every time you want to come forward, the monkey pulls you back. Sometimes it may be a family member, sometimes it may be a friend, sometimes it may be karma. Maybe karma. Sometimes some karma unfolds in front of your life. Correct? I know people who can't attend this call. And then they send me a personal message and say, if you don't mind, I'm not on the video, I'm not on audio because I'm got some emergency, I'm driving, but I'm listening to the call. And I listen to this call. I don't want to miss the call. Why? Because this call gives you a continuity. The call gives you the continuity and it keeps you on. It's like walking 4 steps, right? Then you miss 2 days, then you come back, then the steps are missing. Then you
this call is, I mean, for me, I relate to this call as the most important nutrition for the divine soul.
Correct. So we need this nutrition. As I told you, today I am here. Tomorrow, if I am not here, also you people must not stop this nutrition for the soul. Just like you don't stop eating. Nah? I'm asking you one question. If Kumar Swami's cook is not there for next 4 days, will Kumar Swami stop eating? If Kumar Swami's cook is not there, he will go to supermarket and buy pizza and come and put in the oven and he will eat. He will not say cook is not there 4 days, I am not eating. No. So my dear friends, whether I am there or I am not there is not important. What is important is you feeding your soul with energy. The soul is energy. Actually, you don't have to feed the soul with energy, but you have to take that energy from the soul. So, for example, what must you do apart from this call? Spend time in silence. Complete stillness. Complete stillness. Try to shut off the senses. Try to shut off the mind. Try to spend time in stillness, silence. Experience what I try to tell you is consciousness, thoughtlessness. The mind will come, the mind will bring a thought. When the mind brings a thought, watch it. Watch it like a mosquito. How you spoke about mosquito, watch the mind like a mosquito. It will come. How the mosquito comes in your ear. Have you heard?
Yes, yes.
It comes. I'm sure you. Sudeep, have you heard the mosquito coming and whistling in your ear? Then what do? You don't get up and say, "They bloody mosquitoes." No, they bloody. Why did God kill bloody mosquitoes? What is bloody mosquitoes? Ho gaya, khatam ho gaya na. Lost it. You lost it. Finished. Sometimes I'm talking to you. As I'm talking to you, one mosquito goes in my nose and one mosquito goes in my mouth. I got 2 mosquitoes, one in my nose, one in my mouth. What do? I just do and I continue talking. Why should the 2 mosquitoes stop me from my talk to you? So, my dear friends, this journey is a special journey. You are lucky. You are fortunate. I am fortunate. I am lucky to be with you. Correct? So Bridget is not there one day on the call. I wonder what happened to Bridget. And in the next 2 minutes, she will enter the call. There she came. Yeah, because I know some people are genuine seekers. If I see Girish, if I don't see Girish Amma, I wonder what happened to Girish Amma. Where did Girish Amma? So it's for me, it is so important that we have this call. And that's why I want you all to bring tough questions. I want you all to search tough questions, tough spiritual questions. Toughest questions. And then we should debate on those questions. We should understand those questions. So, my dear friends, with that divine grace, and it is so fortunate to have a group like you on this call, I bow down to you. Shivoham Shivoham.